Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another Jurassic World Evolution 2 video. Now, as of recording, yesterday we received the late Cretaceous DLC for Jurassic World Evolution 2, and to many, including myself, it's almost the saving grace for Jurassic World Evolution 2. Which is exactly what I'm going to be looking at in today's video, and more specifically how this update has really given Jurassic World Evolution 2 a massive lifeline. Now, as always, if you do go on to enjoy today's video, subscribing is very much appreciated. I post fairly frequent Jurassic World Evolution 2 content, varying from news coverage to speed builds to pretty much everything and anything regarding this game. And also, liking does help me out a lot. It pushes me out in the algorithm, which means that my videos can reach a wider audience, which is just pretty cool, I guess. So yeah, if we can smash 25 likes on today's video, then that'd be pretty awesome. But on that note, I do hope you enjoyed today's video, and let's get into it. So this DLC/update has actually had a much more bigger influence on JWE2 than I was initially expecting. I've known for the past several months that we'd more than likely be getting a DLC in September, and honestly, right up until Tuesday, I well and truly believed that it would be the Malta DLC. So you can probably imagine my surprise when I found out it was the late Cretaceous DLC. Because turns out, this DLC came along with an update that might have just saved JWE2. Now, the term saved is definitely very specific with how I really use it in context, because the game itself was still playable. I mean, there was nothing necessarily wrong with it, it was just very dull, and the lack of content has been greatly harmful to my channel, as evident by my slow rates of growth and just generally a lack of content that I can really think to put out. So I'm certain I speak for many creators when I say that the lack of content has certainly not been easy to manage over the past few months. However, this DLC provided a lot more than I initially thought. So the 4 creatures that were added with this DLC are nothing particularly special. I mean, they're all cool in their own right. However, they don't really bring too much special to the table. I mean, the Styxosaurus is the only bioluminescent aquatic in the game, which I guess is quite cool, but other than that, it's a very much bang average DLC. However, funny enough, it's not actually the DLC that's given me this realization that Jurassic World Evolution 2 might actually still have a fighting chance against titles like Prehistoric Kingdom. As a matter of fact, it was the actual free update. Now, it's definitely a bit ambitious of myself to say that this update was game-changing per se. However, in a weird way, it was kind of game-changing. Ever since launch, like 10 months ago, we've been desperately asking for lagoon decorations, and 10 odd months later, we've finally got them, alongside stuff like new behavioural traits and basically stuff that I've been asking for throughout my entire coverage of Jurassic World Evolution 2. And while this doesn't seem like a massive deal on paper, when you think about it, a large portion of this update was actually just stuff that us, the community, have been asking for frankly, ages. So oddly, in a way, I feel like this means that Frontier are in fact listening to us as the Jurassic World Evolution 2 community, and will hopefully be giving us more input regarding future DLCs. And in a weird way, I do feel like this actually betters our chance at a Malta DLC, because it just goes to show that Frontier are in fact listening. So while I do feel like to some extent the lagoon decorations are anticlimactic compared to what we really wanted them to be, they're still in the game now, and it just goes to show that potentially stuff like the Megalodon Malta DLC could be implemented in the future. So with regards to how this is, quote, saving Jurassic World Evolution 2, well, looking over the past few months, the game has frankly, to some extent, been dying because of this lack of content and just general awareness from Frontier regarding this project. And I'm just hoping and begging that this DLC and update is a sign of better things to come, and I'm hoping that these updates aren't just something we get with like DLCs. I hope they're more spontaneous, and you know, it would be just nice to get a free decoration update every now and then, because using the same stuff over and over again does definitely get a bit repetitive. And as far as I can see, the general community is very much happy with the DLC and the update. I mean, the DLC isn't necessarily what we were hoping for. However, regardless of that, it's still a fun DLC. It offers some pretty unique creatures, albeit ones we didn't necessarily want, but it's still fun to have something different. Even 1 year on, this game still has so much potential, and I know that that's very sort of bluntly saying that, because Jurassic World Evolution 2 had like a, 3-year life cycle before it died out, and I'm just hoping that that doesn't happen with JWE2, because this game is just so much more expansive than its prequel that it would just be a shame to see it go to waste. And that really was my overhanging worry over the past few months. However, that does just about wrap up today's video. If you have enjoyed, remember, let's try and smash 25 likes, and please do consider subscribing. I'm really trying to give out the best content I can at the minute, so your support is definitely appreciated. And let me know down in the comments your thoughts on the Late Cretaceous DLC and update, as I do love hearing what you lot have to say. But on that note, thanks for watching, and I do hope to catch you in the next one.